So I'm very grateful for you guys to come here, and Thais, tell you a little bit about you and how you started in real estate, your upbringings.
Well, I grew up in Brazil. I moved here 20 years ago, and I always wanted to do this, but I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time. I had a daughter as soon as I moved here. She's right here.
She's blaming the daughter.
But when I moved to Florida, I started in New Jersey 9 years ago. That's when I flipped my first property. It was a really, really good deal, and I made $83,000 on that one, and I was just like, boom, that's what I do.
On a flip?
And one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one I got. So I got super excited, even though I know it doesn't work like that always, but then I moved here to Florida, and then we have COVID.
We had COVID?
Yeah, COVID happened, and I decided to take that as an opportunity because a lot of people got scared. I'm not gonna buy anything. That's when I bought my first property here for $50,000.
$50,000.
Yes.
Huh.
This was in a 55 plus community. That was one of the mistakes I made. He was there. One of the mistakes because it's not easy to actually
Resell, yeah.
Everything went well. Flipped a couple properties there. Got some rentals.
Okay.
And then now I'm doing houses, like no HOAs if possible. But yeah, and I keep going.
So what I like about what you do, like you're full-time real estate agent, and then commingling that with your brokerage, you created this brand in which you're able, I'm assuming, like able to offer like full service to your clients. So you probably you're flipping a deal and in your back in your head, there's a buyer right there. So
yeah. That can work on my favor as a real estate agent, and then it can also work against me. As a real estate agent, you also know that sometimes you have to give up in our commission to make the deal work. And that's a common thing. I don't know if there's any real estate agent here. Is there any?
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do that because, we're competing with a lot of people out there, wholesalers, and they will, so the listing agent will prefer to deal with them instead of you because they don't want to pay you. So we're used to that. I have to understand that, so my mindset has to go, I'm an investor now, and now I'm a real estate agent. You always have to get the deal, and you still represent your client. If the deal's for your client, you get to get the commission at the end of when you sell the property. So keep your client right there. Just, don't give up on him. But my broker is really nice. He helps me with everything.
Nurturing those people.
He is something else. I'm so glad she works with me. And he is amazing. So he helps me out just with my career as a real estate agent, but also he support me on my other, volunteers.
So back in Jersey, were you also a real estate agent?
Oh no, yeah. I became a real estate agent 3 years ago. I was already investing in real estate. I just decided to get my license because I was frustrated with the agents because sometimes it's not worth it for the agent to work with the investor. They don't want to give up on their stuff.
So would you say that will be like a plausible mistake that newer buyers may do if they're not careful enough to pick their own good agent?
Definitely. A good real estate agent is a plus. They have to understand your mindset. They have to understand what you want. Not just the real estate agent. Everybody that's involved in the transaction, they have to understand where you plan to go. So having a real estate agent that just want to make the commission, it's not enough. You need someone that's going to represent you, that's going to fight, that's going to negotiate, that's you know, work with him, keep it up, and make sure you get a reward.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about your nightmare property? Like your nightmare property.
So many. No, that's
Why you're here?
no, it all depends. They're not. I mean, in the beginning, everything's a nightmare because you don't have experience, so you see it as a nightmare. But you know, after the first, second one, you just okay. I know already this. The first one I got here, I had the first one in New Jersey, the one I told you that I made $83,000. I made this deal with one of my friends. Don't do that.
Don't do deals with your best friends.
Don't do any deals with family unless you have a contract. Everything's a contract because I think timing is the most important thing. You don't want to spend time.
They were freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna freak out. You're gonna go, oh my god, I'm spending all my money is right here, and you don't want to make that mistake. I'm not saying you cannot do it with your friend. Do it, but just make sure you guys are on the same page because otherwise you're gonna have a lot of problems with that. So it took him. Oh, I can do it myself.
No.
Okay, good. I actually helped him. I learned a lot. Don't get me wrong. Each deal I learned a lot from it. So I learned everything about tiles, everything because I was working with him inside that property. But it took 1.5 years.
I bet he always put in your face like, oh, but if it wasn't for me, you would not know how to lay down tiles. Or
I think everything, most of the mistakes are like about timing. You cannot waste time with this or that because that's definitely something I'll do different.
You will do different. And have you ever got any problems on the lending side? On the lending side that has caused you to, maybe lose a deal or maybe like it eats you up. I know that happens if it doesn't sell on a particular time, but can you tell us if you had any bad experience with
Like
that?
when it comes to buy the property?
When you're buying the property, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, usually I work with hard money, which is easy. It's just I have to make one phone call.
Boom.
It's just one. I call him and say, hey, you have 2 minutes to give me this loan, and that's it.
Done.
I don't have to say anything else. He knows what to do. And I never had any problem with that. With money, what I recommend is just make sure you get a good deal because you can shop around, you can ask questions. Just make sure you go different, get different estimates. People give you different numbers. Some of them charge you more fees. So just make sure you get it makes sense to you. The numbers have to make sense to you, and you have to be comfortable with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I never had any problems with that. I bought my first one. I had $30,000. That's how I bought it.
Wow. For those who only have $10,000.
It was good. It was $30,000 here in Florida, the 55 and plus. I actually got 4 properties there. 49,000, 52, 55. And I sold all of them for 148, 144, 155, all of them. So it was a good deal. It was a good time too.
Good time. And as far as like, okay, so you transitioned, like you were trying to help your friend back then, your first deal, and then you started to make more deals happen. How did you transition to now, I need to find a good contractor that can help me accomplish my own personal goal and finish all this in a timely fashion? How did you manage to work around that? Huh?
Well, this is a tough one because contractors, they tell you one thing and it's not that, right? When I deal with contractors, I ask them not just how much that's going to cost, but how long it's going to take, and I want that in the contract. Otherwise, I won't work with that person because I don't want to wait. Like I said, time is money. I'm paying every day, every minute. I don't want to waste my time. He doesn't want. If he's good, usually contractors, if they work with flippers, that's what they do. They know the timing. They're not going to waste your time because they wanted to do that. But if you work with a regular contractor, it's a little harder. Don't do it yourself. Unless you're going to work in that house, only your property, otherwise don't waste the weekend I'm going to be here and I'll save some money. That's not saving money. You're wasting your time. Just find someone that's going to like the big one really now, that I just got. So the contractor, usually I get different quotes from different contractors to see pricing, timing, and all that. He told me it's gonna be this amount, and I'll finish in 2.5 months. Done. So it's gonna be like the contract, 2.5 months. I want the house right there. So I want to list the property, and I'll be done with it.
And have you encountered a situation, like a big situation in which, like, they went out of control with the pricing?
Yes.
That you're like in the middle of everything and.
Yes, I have that because sometimes they will tell you that they're gonna finish and then they disappear. And then I have to find another one. So this is in the beginning.
Yeah, right. No, I'm hoping for you to get to the point, like, okay, what have you done since then, like, to prevent this situation? Huh?
Oh, just make sure I call the right guy. You have to have the right person. You have to trust whoever you're dealing with, the real estate agent, contractors, whoever you're dealing with, you have to trust that person. Otherwise, you have more things to do other than worry about this kind of stuff. That's why you hire a professional. Okay, if you want to deal with a hard money lender, you gotta call someone that's gonna make sure that he's gonna get everything done. You don't have to worry about it. So those kind of things, just make sure you call the right person. I know it's not easy. You're gonna go crazy because you don't know the time. How long it's taking you, how long it's gonna take you to finish that. You don't know that yet if you're just starting. But you have maybe call someone that's been doing this for a while, or just have information, educate yourself about timing, because that's important. Just get someone that, do you work with flippers? Yes, I do. Feel confident about it. If they go with you, you're gonna feel it.
Okay. Do you would you go with someone that you trust, even though he might cost you a little bit more, so that you can actually finish the deal quickly, or you always thinking about like budget, price?
Budget is also always important in this deal, but going with someone that I trust sometimes is worth it, because I'm not worried about just that deal. I'm always working different deals, and I don't want to worry about this kind of stuff. It all depends. I don't want to. If this person is going to cost me like 15% more, then it doesn't make sense to me. Otherwise, I will make my profit. I will make money in that deal.
Are you managing the deals? The project managing yourself, or you have somebody that you can trust? Like, hey, can you double check? Because you're dealing with multiple deals at the same time.
Yeah, I would like to go there.
Okay.
I like to go and double check. Even that I trust that person. It's not about trusting. I do social media as well, so I like to make videos. I like to go there. I have to talk to people. I'm a people person, so I have to be there. I go there, bring coffee, talk to contractor.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on now? What is the next step? Because I'm on.
Make them feel like special, and then.
Yeah, it's not just feel special. It's more like we're working together.
Yeah.
It's not just like, hey, I hire you to do this job, and I don't care. It doesn't work like that. To me, at least, I like to be in contact with them. I like to go and check, hey, who's this person that's working with you? Have you been working with this person? Kind of get to know them, because when they see something, they'll bring you deals too. When they see something, someone talk to them, everybody that you deal with, they'll bring you deals. So I like to be in contact with all.
Yeah, but let me ask you, how are you getting your deals?
How am I getting my deals? I have a lot of people. Anthony called the speaker actually.
Okay.
How long will you give me to?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes.
To make a decision?
Yeah. He calls me like, hey, you have 10 minutes. Oh my God, there you go. Anyway, I don't need 10 minutes, because if he calls me, I already know it's a good deal. So I don't just say, hey, you have to do this. And that's it. But I have different ways to get deals. Everywhere you have deals. If you look around, you have deals. It's not about finding an opportunity, it's about making that an opportunity. So if you walk around, drive around, you're gonna see a house, just get informed, go to the neighbor, ask
Are you selling?
Are you selling? They might say no, but in a month from now,
They have your.
I offer cash. Hey, why not? Go to that girl that's here all the time. They see my face all the time. They get to know because I go to the pub all the time.
Yeah.
I say hi. I ask around if they know someone, and also realtors. Realtors are the best one. This is one thing that I love it. If you see someone posting, listing a property that's completely done, you look at, oh, I don't want this spot, but you can use that as your resource. Like you can call them and say, hey, because that realtor right there was the realtor before too. Whoever bought that property with the realtor is using the same realtor to sell the property. So the realtor knows where that property came from.
I get it.
So I call all of them. Hey, if you have anything else, let me know. Even if I don't get like a deal, I send an offering, actually 2 offers for, sometimes I send 2 offers for the same property. I do that.
From different LLCs.
I don't think to myself, last week. She said,
Can you believe that? These other companies lowball me.
yeah, because I sent an offer, like a low ball offer, and I sent another one, kind of in the middle, which still makes sense to them. Everybody makes money, everybody's happy, and makes my offer that I want to pay more interesting than, the other offers. Pay cash, closes 15 days, why not, right? So when you put your offer in, make sure you put a good amount of deposit, that's for check, so they can see you offering that good way, like give more attention to your offer. And ask around, talk to people, make friends. I'm not, before I like to socialize. She doesn't. But I don't, even
You're a people person that doesn't like to socialize.
At the same time, I think I am a money person.
Okay.
So I talk to people,
See what's up.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not like that. Choose your business and go for it.
And you mentioned you that first deal that you did, it was on a partnership. Have you continued doing partnership? And if so, how are you protecting yourself to avoid different similar scenarios with that happened to you at the beginning?
I haven't done anything that I have a partner. Only this one. Not because I was traumatized or frustrated. I just managed to get to the point that I can do the deals myself. So I never had a deal with somebody else. I'm on my way to do it, but I trust him.
Just so you can leverage, yeah. Just go, trust me. Hey, trust. Yeah.
Joint ventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows. He does the deals. I call him and say, look, you're my partner, so sign it. I'll sign the paper. He knows everything. So I go with him for sure. But I didn't have that experience yet to work with somebody else. But I'm getting there, and I definitely, before I was just like, I want to do everything myself, but you don't grow. You have to work with other people. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck there, and I want that. I want to grow fast as possible.
Have you lost money in a deal?
I haven't lost money, I have lost time, which is, to me, is more than money. So yeah, I never got to the point, I'll say I was lucky, or no, I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna say I'm lucky, I just managed to do the math before. Usually people are like, oh, I'm scared. I don't know, I don't want to get into this deal. What if I lose money? I only buy if I know
For sure.
how much I'm gonna sell it. So I won't buy it. No, it's a nice house. I love the house. I don't care. The numbers doesn't make sense to me, so I won't buy it. If I only buy it knowing that how much I'm gonna sell that house for. Otherwise, I won't get any deal. I just let go.
Are you the type of person that, okay, I'm not gonna buy if I'm not able to make this amount, and then you're set on that particular amount? Or let's say, since you have a real estate license, you are the type of person, like, you see a deal, okay, this is a doable deal, for sure I'm gonna make money. I'm not gonna make 60K, but for sure, because I have my license, I can make like $15,000 or $20,000. Will you take that deal or no?
I'm not gonna do all the work. Being a real estate agent, I have to completely put on the side. Of course, I'm gonna make money as a real estate agent, make my commission, but it's a completely different job. So I'm gonna work as a real estate agent and make my commission, but if I'm getting with you to make $15,000, all the work that I have, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, let's say I'll make $15,000 here as an investor, and I'll make another $15,000 as a real estate agent. Being a real estate agent has nothing to do with it. Imagine if I get that even I'm not a real estate agent. I have to work with somebody else.
Okay.
So I have to separate that. Otherwise, I just go and work a lot for nothing.
Yeah, I think that's a good, because that's my creepy, spooky side of the story. Because I've done that because I get so excited. Oh my God, it's a deal! But you can make deal. You can make money here. You can make money. But then you ended up doing all that work, and then like for this amount, you know.
I give up on my commission on my way in, not just for myself. I give up on my commission for my clients sometimes, but I have them sign a contract that they're gonna list the property with me. So let's say, oh, I want this property. I don't want them to lose the deal. All right, let's get the property. So I give up. I send them the contract with 0% commission, and
on your side, yeah.
on my side, on my side, and then I have them sign as soon as I send the contract. I send the contract to my buyer that they're gonna list the property with me. So I'll make my money at the end.
Yeah.
So I do that because I want to keep him as my client, and not just that they're gonna bring you more clients.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna open up to see if anybody has any questions, and unless you want to say anything else, and then we can continue to mingle and chill around. Do you guys have any questions? Regards. Yep.
What do you think about the current market? Where do you think it's trending?
Well, I have this question all the time. As a real estate agent,
I'm sure.
I always my mindset has to switch. You know, as an investor, I think the market, whatever happens in the market, 4 months won't do much. If you get something, the worst thing that can happen is break even, because you're not gonna buy something to keep that property for a year. So you're gonna buy it and you're gonna sell it, right? So whatever happens, I try not to go crazy and thinking about what's gonna happen to the market. I just try to find a way that I can flip that property as soon as possible and sell it. So I cannot predict that. I think, honestly, nothing's gonna happen for at least another year. But
You never know.
You know.
Yeah, but I think I've been to quite a few places, and it's like there's a common trend, like, unless something extraordinary, like another COVID happens, like so far, everything indicates like, there's some sort of stability in a sense that you can make something happen out of it. Yeah. So, yep.
2 questions. What do you think, what are your thoughts when the Federal Reserve starts lowering the rates next year? Probably, I'm not sure, but let's say. What happens to the market in that sense? That's the first question. Your opinion. And the other question is, how do you find or filter out the good contractors? Like reputable people that can get it done, can get it quick, and might not be cheap, but they're worth it. How do you find these?
Well, when it comes to the Federal Reserve, I think if the interest rate comes down, let's say, right, prices are still up there, it's not going to change much, because that's what everybody wants. We have so many buyers. As a real estate agent, we have so many buyers out there just waiting for the same thing. We don't have enough houses. We don't. So if that happens, everybody wants the same thing over and over. You're gonna hear that all the time. So it's gonna compete with a lot of people. So now, for example, as an investor, people come to me, oh, the interest is too high, it's not worth it to buy a rental or whatever, if it's a flip. Everybody's thinking the same way as you right now. I'm myself, I want to hold myself so I can go later. And you're gonna compete with everybody out there. So do your thing. As an investor, you cannot worry about too much about market, about this. If it's up, buy it. If it's down, buy it. You're gonna still make your money. You just have to adjust yourself to the situation. And that's it. Don't overthink about that. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck forever. What was the other question?
Concerning the contractors, how do you find those good contractors? How do you filter them out?
Good contractors. Timing. When you ask, like I said, you have to feel that they're confident about what they're doing because I've been doing construction in the beginning. I had that problem because I don't know about timing. How long is it gonna take me to, the floor? The flooring is gonna take me what? 2 days? 5 days? I don't know, right? So now I have more experience. But when you have someone, a contractor to do a fix and flip, he'll give you a scope of work, all the details, how much it's gonna cost you, and how much, and how long it's gonna take you, like I said. To find them, just go to the meetups. They're gonna be, they work with flippers, go to the meetups, ask around. A lot of people that work with that, he's a contractor, he knows. He's been doing that forever. He knows when people ask you about pricing and what? Timing.
Timing, yeah, it's usually timing.
That's the first thing they ask. So ask them how long. In your mind, if you buy a fix and flip, you already know your time, right? So how long it's gonna take you to flip a 2,000 square feet house? How much time do you have? So you have to go from there, from where you have your numbers. Not your numbers, but have 5 different ones to go there, not just one. Oh, I have a friend that I trust. Okay, you trust your friend, it's okay, but set it up
Time.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 more, give me time and give how much it's gonna cost me. Condition, how much do I have to put down, and how long it's gonna take you to fix this. You're gonna work with this one here, and next year we're gonna try a different one, it all depends. Go from there.
Any other questions?
Melanie, do you have a question?
Yeah.
I think
How much do you love me?
I think a lot. A lot.
She thinks.
I have to. I have one. I have no question.
I was gonna ask you, and it was kind of like related to the contracting part. So right now you have a set contractor that you work with, or typically you have like 2 or 3 that you have on queue that you can.
I have 4 or 5. You meet people. You give them an opportunity to work with you. Sometimes they go against each other. Oh, I can do it better. Call me, because that's what they do. Let me know how much this person is going to charge you, so I can charge you on top of it. Okay, what do you need? It doesn't make sense to me, but okay. So I go back and forth sometimes. And okay, this one, it's this. What can you do? Can you do better? I have a lot of, because of social media, I have a lot of people that offer me stuff, like for this house I'm working right now, one of them. I have a kitchen place that gave me all the kitchens. I have 5 kitchens.
So you can promote them?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the thing. When they offer me something, just make sure you ask them if they're gonna be able to do the time you need them to do it. Because sometimes people just say, "Oh, it's free."
Yeah,
I
no.
can go anytime. No. Just okay. I can. That works for me. I can promote you. I can talk about it, make videos and whatever. But that's gonna be done. I need exactly the time because you cannot hold my project because you don't have the time to go there.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I have a lot. I have tile, everything.
So now you're getting it at cost. Let's post more.
This is the thing that all of you should do. Not even social media. Ask around because you're gonna keep doing going and buying with them, and you're gonna refer them too. So ask around, like go and make a deal with them because they're okay with it.
Yeah, I think in some of these places, if you don't ask and you don't tell, hey, I have an LLC, I purchase properties, but they'll, oh yeah, okay, I give you, I don't know, 60% off because
Yeah,
you know if
the kitchen, I have this one that offered me. I was working with another one before that I was getting kitchen for 40% of a regular price. 40%. The whole kitchen for a 3-2 house, the whole kitchen cost me $6,000.
no
That's
two kitchens.
no one
Oh,
kitchen.
okay.
$6,000.
No, I understand. Yes.
So if you talk to people, it's always like a person on the other side. They will try to help you. You know, be nice to them. They'll help you.
Okay. So, okay, you guys have any other question?
I remember reading an article a couple months back about the Airbnb industry in New York and how they're starting to pass certain legislation to make it hard for people to do that. Do you see that happening down here, or have you seen it yet? Like, how is the Airbnb industry down here?
I haven't seen that happen here. I know some cities here in Florida we're not allowed to Airbnb. Like Boca was one of them. I think they changed now. Now they allow like certain areas of Boca, which is good. When it comes to Airbnb, what I do when I buy a property, I don't just say, hey, this is going to be an Airbnb. That property can be something else too. It can be a regular rental, and if it comes to me, if it would be profitable to make an Airbnb, I'll do it. But I don't make the decisions if I buy something. The one I just got now in Deerfield Beach, it's a mile away from the beach. I can Airbnb because it's gonna be 5 units. I can do that. But if that changes, if they change the rules when it comes to Airbnb, it's gonna be a regular rental. I won't suffer. It's gonna pay off. I'll make my money. I'll make less, and I was thinking about the Airbnb, but I'll make the money.
Yeah, and you
Just
get
change the purpose of the property.
think so maybe so.
When you're doing fix and flips, how do you get permits and how long does it take?
It all depends on the city. Some of them I don't get permits at all.
Months.
It all depends, but most of them, if I'm not gonna add to the house, I won't get permits. I just do what I have to do and sell. Just make sure you're not doing anything crazy. Because what's happened now, when you list the property, they stop the sale. So if let's say you're gonna add something, don't do it. Get permits. Please get permits. Otherwise, they're gonna stop your sale and you're gonna be stuck with that property. So do whatever you have to do legally, because you want to do this not just one year, you want to keep doing it. So because that happened to me.
You added a room without permit?
No.
So when you buy the property, they will check in the city records if everything is done legally.
Oh yeah, the title has to be completely clean, and they have to close everything. My contracts, when I send an offer, all my contracts have that. I need the house to be, all the permit has to be closed, everything has to be clean, otherwise I won't close the property. Because I don't know, some of them you can get really like.
Well, let's say, but because here we're in Florida, and there's property that they added square footage, whatever, but it's not. It doesn't show on record. It's just not there. And and it's clean. The house is clean. You know.
You don't have no problems.
But it's added square footage that it's not reflecting on records.
Well,
Yeah.
but
That's a negotiation.
you can negotiate with the city too. Sometimes you buy houses that are like have some liens, they're like $80,000. You can negotiate for like $4,000 or $5,000. You have to go. Like I said, whoever's dealing on the other side, it's a person. So talk to them. I got in a situation once because of the permits. You have money. I bought the property and everything was. I did everything. So the neighbor called.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just came from
The
the
neighbor
guts.
called and I was 4 days to close the deal. 4 days. And then the inspector came. I said, okay, I have nothing. I panicked. I panicked because I don't know what to do. And the only thing I can possibly do is talk to the inspector. He came to the property and he said, Oh, you said you just painted. It seems like you did a lot more. It's like, well, I painted too, you know? But did you do the kitchen? Yes. How about bathrooms? I did everything. Honestly, I did everything. And I need you to ask, to help me fix this problem. How can I fix this problem? Would you please help me because I need to sell this property. And just be nice, talk to them. He was actually like, it is really nice, you did a really good job. And he like, because he looked at it, everything was done.
Yeah,
right
good
away.
with up to code.
Yeah,
Understand?
don't do anything
Like weird,
weird.
like a toilet in a closet.
Don't do that. Don't do it like that.
I've seen those.
Because you have to try. Talk to the other person. You
Do,
know?
do you think it helps you being a female and there's no, you know, and there's like it could be. I mean,
It can also, it all depends. It's a lot of.
or guys like trying to take advantage of you. Yeah.
It can be good, it can be bad. I don't see that, I don't take that as like, oh.
You don't even think about that. Yeah.
No, I don't because I can have people trying to take advantage of me and I see like they do that because, you know, it's not about me, it's about them.
Yeah.
And I can see people, oh, I'm gonna give you a good price and then later text me and ask me out. I was like, okay, I like the price and that's it. That's close with you. I don't, the money I save in your contract, I can take myself out. And then we're good.
Wow.
And that's
Okay.
it. And move on. You know, it's just you have to learn how to deal with it. You have to learn how to.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
So when you get into a deal, generally, do you think of what exit strategies you have immediately, or is it more fluid?
When it comes to the property, what I'm gonna do with it, yes. When I purchase, I already know what I'm gonna do with that property, how much it's gonna cost me, how much I'm gonna sell it for. I know everything is gonna happen. The material, it's everything. Because otherwise I don't know if it's a good deal or not. So I have to know that right from before I send the offer, I already know everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It becomes like a pattern. Like if you're doing several, more likely you want to have already in your mind like these are the products that I mean at least I do it like this. It's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So you know like the floor is gonna cost me this, the paint's gonna cost me this. So yeah.
In the beginning, it's not like that, but now at this point, you just get to the house, I say yes, no. I send the offer, don't get it, don't try emotion, don't put your emotions to any problem. So a lot of people make that mistake, and I've seen it. Some people start flipping and they put all their emotion inside the situation, you know? Oh, I make this wall because I like this soccer team, so I want it red. Don't do that. Just follow whatever. When you
Success leaves clues.
huh?
Success leaves clues.
Yeah. So when you flip your problem, just try to follow whatever's out there. Check your competition. You know, go to the even realtor.com, steelbook.com, that you have access. If you're not real estate, you have access to those websites. In the area, check what houses were done in the way they're, you know, how long they were in the market. You know, if this house sold in 5 days and it was done, completely done. The other one was also completely done and it sold in 55 days. So you're gonna kind of, you know, check your competition, what people like. So you have an idea. Don't put a black wall. I'm not saying any color, but what I'm saying is don't put like a red, black stripes and think, oh, I like this. You do, but you're not selling that to yourself. You're not keeping that. You
Or-
want to just sell it.
Oh, let me ask you, because you know, I'm assuming like through social media you attract like prospective buyers. Like, oh, Thais, can you find me some deals? Like, can you tell us a one story of someone that you were like, oh my God, like you are doing everything that totally the opposite of what I told you to do. Because I'm assuming they're looking for guidance, like find me a deal, guidance.
I think the words I get sometimes I just try to change people's mentality when it comes. They want to do that. They all want to fix and flip, but they don't change that mentality to be an entrepreneur. You have to change that.
Oh.
They don't want to do it as a hobby. oh, I have some extra money here, I can do that because I know I don't know.
I have some money there. Yeah.
Money and then do the construction. At some point, I know a lot of people, so I can do that myself. So when it comes to me, I can ask the specific questions to know where they're at, what they want. I always ask, what do you want? You know, because their reality is just like, if I do one deal a year, I'm okay with it. Okay, so you're not there. Okay, you have to change.
You try to see like if they're. Do you want a business or you want a hobby?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I have that a lot. My social media. Oh, I want to know about this. Trust me, I take my time. I can talk to you stay all day long. That's what I do.
You're with the right crew here.
I all day, but at the same time, it's not about they don't even know what question to ask, which I'm okay with it. I have no problem. I'm here to help. But at the same time, I tell them, look, you have to change your mentality. Okay, this is not a game. You're not gambling. It's a job. You have to do it like the right way. Otherwise, you're gonna get hurt.
You're gonna hurt.
And you get hurt, and then what will happen?
They're gonna blame you.
A lot of people come to me and go, I tried this and it didn't work out. But tell me why. When they start a conversation, I already know. It's like, oh, that's why. You cannot treat that as a hobby. It's a business, and it's your money, your time. Your family is waiting on you like the weekend. You want to spend the weekend with your family. You don't want to be painting your property. You spend the time, pay for it. Everything. If you get the deal for the right price, you don't have to worry about much. Just make sure you're an entrepreneur, not a worker. Change. So I had to do that.
Okay. So, you have a question? Okay.
How many types of real estate do you do today? Because I heard listings, I heard rentals, I just live if you do it all today.
As a real estate agent, you're asking me?
Yeah, like are you still doing listings? Are you still representing
Oh, I
buyers, sellers?
do. I have a lot of buyers. This is the thing about Brazil. I am Brazilian, and when you get a client, a Brazilian client is dumb. It's so hard to get.
Yeah.
They don't trust you, right?
You have to go out, dinner, picanha, all that stuff, and
They don't trust you. They don't trust anybody. So they always think like, hey, I don't know.
you're gonna screw me over.
Yeah. So when you get them, that's forever.
That's true.
And they will bring you so much business. So I still represent them as a real estate agent. I work with most of investors. Of course, I help other families as well because I cannot say no. You're an investor. My mom.
You cannot say no to money.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, I go crazy. I work from what time? Malam is right.
I don't know, like 7 in the morning,
To what time?
like 11 p.m.
Yeah, I work a lot. I'm workaholic. But I cannot say no. If someone calls me, I go right away. Even at my schedule sometimes, okay, let's place this person here because I want to make sure they be taken care of. Or I call one of my co-workers. They help a lot. This one here helps her too.
So let me. I'm gonna go to the personal now that it just popped here. So, have you ever like in your? Everybody has their own journey, and I'm assuming once you started scaling the flipping business, combine it with real estate agency, all that stuff, and then now managing to be full-time mom and managing the time and space, and I need to some time with my daughter, but at the same time, like, or oh, okay, like, have you encountered that, or like, what are your thoughts? Do you involve her with the whole? How do you integrate all that? Yeah,
She's not there yet. She doesn't like real estate yet. She will feel like it.
she will.
Well, she's being very patient. I don't spend a lot of time with her. Not at all. But sometimes.
But the love is there. Yeah.
Yeah, I still love her. I still keep her around, but it's not easy. And I understand because to me, I always worked a lot. So my job is definitely my priority. And not that no, my kids were my priority, but I spent a lot of time working. Manage that is not easy. My personal life, I put a hold on it for a couple of years sometimes, and I manage my personal life this way. Hey, I have to close this.
I have to close the deal first.
And I put the time. I need to close this many deals to October, I'll say. October 15, I have to close this many deals, and then I'll be able to make some money. I'll say that. So October 15, I start dating someone. I'll say.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah.
And if I start getting too aggressive when it comes to real estate, and then go back to, I have this many deals, and then I have to break up with that person.
That's your. Okay.
Because you have so many different types of businesses, like the listing, flipping, rentals, like scaling that takes a lot of time, right? Did you do that piece by piece? Like first I'm gonna master being a realtor, then I'm gonna master being a flipper thing, now I have some capital to be like.
I usually take the mornings to be a realtor. So from 5 in the morning to 6:30 in the morning, I am an investor. From 6:30 in the morning to 9 a.m., I am the realtor. Because otherwise, I'll go back and forth and I confuse things. I know what I'm doing, but I confuse because, hey, I was doing this, and then I found myself doing, calling my buyers, my sellers, and I don't want to do that. So I want to make sure, I do separate.
Again, thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much, Thais, for your time. I really appreciate that. I guess like me and Thais were the only one that really got very inspired to, and your daughter too. Sad, she would have won, but she's a minor. So, she's not? You're not a minor? Oh, okay, who here was like, except for me, the best costume here? Stand up. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead. And there you go. I said there was gonna be a prize for the best costume. Yeah. So, thank you so much for coming, and see you around. And you can chill. You can eat more tostito. There's beer, water, and I think some vodka would mix something right down at the bottom. Yep. Let's put some music, man. Yeah.
You know what you need to do next time?
What's up?
Everyone here, you need to invite 2 people